Oh, yeah, let's react to this. Dude subbed? Alright, thanks, bro. Thank you, my loyal viewer.
What is this? Reporter, in this political climate, as a white woman, do you want to apologize for saying you have good genes? No. So this is
I can't believe I got another subscriber.
Sweeney. Apparently she was rather unapologetic. So
You like a crazy new species found in the wild or something? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I gotta say, I do it different, you know? I have unironically, I think I have a, like, unique perspective, because of where I'm from, because of my identity, basically. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, you know? I was raised this way.
let's watch.
That's why I'm like this.
This is in regards to the ad that she did, like, what, a month or two ago? I forget when.
I think it was like 2 months ago. In case anybody was wondering. Look, first of all, I want to get a few things out of the way before I like really sink my teeth into this, incredible commentary. But there was a Sydney Sweeney ad, where it was an American Eagle ad, and she was wearing jeans, and she was wearing like a full jean outfit, which I don't know why people do that. I think that shit looks so fucking stupid. Okay, when somebody wears like a jean jacket on top of, or like a jean shirt on, like with jeans, I hate that, dog. I hate it. I don't know why people do that. Jean on jean action. Anyway, she was wearing jeans, and she said, I have great genes. I have the superior genes. Okay, and it was like a play on words. Okay, and a lot of people correctly identified that this is like Nazi shit. Okay, this is what the Nazis would say. And so then you had a lot of people that were like, actually, like, no, this was like, this wasn't Nazi shit. No, like she didn't say that her, her like white, or like blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin was superior. She was like making a pun or whatever. It's like an advertisement. And it's just, you cannot convince me that nobody involved in the creative process of this advertisement didn't realize like what they were making. Okay, what I'm saying is, this advertisement had to go through probably hundreds of people before it made it onto your TV screen. And you're telling me that not a single one of them thought like maybe this sounds like Nazi shit? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. But they put it on the air anyway. And people kind of lost their minds over it. Because I don't, what I don't understand is how motherfuckers, people that I know, like people, my friends, they can be like, oh, this was not Nazi propaganda. This could not have been Nazi propaganda. She didn't fucking say Heil Hitler, you know? She didn't say, like, kill all Jews. She didn't say that. And it's like, dude, people, I don't know what they're expecting out of Nazi propaganda. Like, it seems that people seem to think that Nazi propaganda will be obvious. It will be easy to spot. It isn't, okay? And people aren't nerds about this shit, okay? They aren't, but I am, okay? And I am here to tell you about a little man named Joseph Goebbels. Now, Goebbels was from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say he was from southern Germany, or Bavaria. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, point is, Joseph Goebbels, he was Hitler's right-hand man. Okay, Hitler loved this guy. Okay, they were like two peas in a pod. Okay, they were inseparable. And specifically, what Joseph Goebbels, what his job was, what he did, was he was, I want to say his title was like Minister of Propaganda or something. He was the head propagandist of Nazi Germany. And propaganda back then was easier, it was less subtle. Okay, like you can't get away these days with creating propaganda that is like you're the master, you're a white Aryan blue-eyed master race person, you need to join the cause, you need to join the party, and we need to expel all of these evil Jews that are plotting the downfall of our great German society. Like you just can't get away with that style of propaganda anymore. So there is an alternative way. There is an alternative way of going about convincing people, but it's the same thing. It's just the standards have changed. And so all that is to say, I'm not even saying that the ad is like straight up Nazi propaganda. I'm just saying that it needs to be scrutinized. Okay? All of our media should be scrutinized in this way. Okay? It should be evaluated. Because Nazi propaganda isn't going to be obvious. It's going to be dog whistles. That's what it is. That's how they signal to each other their ideas. They do it through dog whistles. They do it through subtlety. This is how it works. This is kind of how it's always worked, okay? I was talking earlier about how the Nazis did propaganda a little differently, a little more overtly. And that's true, but they still, especially in the early days of the Nazi Party, they had to cover up what their real agenda is. They had to make it more palatable to a wider German audience so that they could seize power. And even then, even when they did that, they were incredibly unpopular. Okay, like it took a lot for them to seize power. Okay, it did. What did it take? It took them again, like making their rhetoric more palatable, making it less overtly racist a little bit, and it took huge economic downturn. Okay, like Germany was going through the worst hyperinflation in history, or one of the worst instances of hyperinflation in history. People were burning money for warmth. Okay, it was that bad. Like that's the classic. It's the classic thing about German hyperinflation, is they were literally burning money in the fireplace. And anyway, it was kind of a right place, right time sort of thing. Okay, the Nazis capitalized on economic downturn. They recalibrated, they pivoted, and softened their rhetoric leading up to the 1932 election. That's what happened. Okay, and it all happened very fast. And that's the thing. It happens very quickly. So anyway, all that is to say, I know I've rambled about this long enough. I think that focusing on this Sydney Sweeney advertisement is silly. Okay, I think a lot of people are doing it. A lot of leftists are doing it. And I think it's silly. I don't think it's what we should be focusing on. Straight up. But I don't blame people for scrutinizing it. I want people to scrutinize it. I think that at the end of the day, it's really just a sign of the times. Like, a lot of leftists are upset about this advertisement. They are scared of this advertisement. And, that's not unfounded, okay? That's not like an inaccurate way of assessing this advertisement. But I would like to remind those people that at the end of the day, there are far more consequential things happening in American society than this advertisement, and so it just doesn't warrant a lot of attention. But anyway, that being said, apparently Sydney Sweeney like went on a podcast and was talking about how like actually there was nothing wrong with the ad and it's awesome and I love it. And I haven't seen those clips yet. I don't know what exactly she said, but that's what we're about to watch.
My life.
So here we go.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your
You
jeans.
look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean,
Okay.
the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Social about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone. And I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
Mhm.
And it would be totally human. I
Come
would
back to
probably
that
feel, like,
later.
thankful that somebody had my back in public, you know, and conveniently some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
Oh my god, you do not hate journalists enough. Like, chat, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is just content creator brain and like I'm out of touch or whatever. I tend to be conscious of the things that I say on stream because obviously people could use it against me or like clip me out of context or try to slander me, right? So maybe I care too much, but to me this comes off as a super ratty, like you just seem kind of like a massive weasel because you're basically asking in a roundabout way, not cornering her, but like in a roundabout way asking, are you happy that Trump tweeted in support of you? That's the message, the vibe I'm getting. Like it feels like it's just like this gotcha, right?
Yeah, so I think I agree with what Alana is saying here, but I want to add to it because she's correct that if you're not careful with your words, people will clip you out of context, and you know that's bad. That's not good for you, and you should try to minimize that. And that's true, okay. But also, when you're a streamer, you're gonna say some dumb shit. Like it's gonna happen. Okay, you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna say something wrong. It's gonna happen. It may not happen often. Okay, especially if you're me, if you're J-Star. Okay, J-Star is never wrong. J-Star is never wrong about anything. But anyway, like I'm kidding. Obviously, I will be wrong. I have been wrong before, and I corrected the record. But that's all you can do. That's all you can really do. If you know you're wrong, you just come out and you tell the truth, and that's all you can really do. Okay, and your core audience, the people who have been watching you the longest, they will stand by you. They will respect you more for being honest. Okay, depending on what it is. Okay, and how you lied. Okay, because like the thing is, sometimes you are given information, right, and it's false. Sometimes people lie to you, and then you regurgitate those lies. And it happens, and misinformation happens on the right a lot, okay? But misinformation happens on the left as well. It does. So you have to be mindful of this. You have to be careful about what you choose to present, even if you believe it, right? What do you have evidence for? What can you reasonably ascertain as the truth based on other evidence? Okay, based on other facts. But anyway, a lot of this job, I've noticed, not in my personal experience, but I've noticed with other streamers, is that a lot of this job is dealing with those consequences, is dealing with being wrong, okay? And if you can do that, if you can deal with being wrong gracefully, then you will be more successful than, the alternative streamer, right? The other guy that's, working on the same demographic as you are. Okay. If you can do that, if you can handle being wrong and coming out and clarifying, people will respect you a lot more. Okay, I think. That's why like we were talking earlier about Ludwig. Okay, that's why Ludwig is the way he is, and his audience is the way that they are. Okay, like you look at his audience like routinely disrespects him all the fucking time. Like dude, his chat just like will dog on him, and he'll flip because of it. Okay, that's what we call audience capturing. That's called being captured by your audience. Okay, and the reverse can happen too, and you have to be careful about that. But that's a different topic entirely. So, you know, you just have to, when you're a streamer, you need to listen to your audience. You need to consider what they're saying, and you need to be able to ascertain when you were incorrect about something, and then of course, correct the record. So anyway, me J-Star, I am so great, and any time that I am wrong, which is very, very sparingly, I will handle it accordingly, and I have in the past. So, that's
like,
just
I
me
know
though.
It's not, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Like, you're asking her to be political. Like, I don't know. It just, it's so like, it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, it's yucky. Yeah, it's big.
Well, like it or not, she is in the middle of a political controversy. Like, you can say all day that she didn't want it to be this way, she didn't mean it that way, like it's not a Nazi ad or whatever, she's not doing a white supremacy. I disagree with those sentiments mostly. I think it was kind of a Nazi ad. I think that like somebody, like I said, somebody, if not many people involved in this creative process knew. They knew how this would be interpreted. Okay? I would go as far as to say that maybe even Sydney Sweeney herself knew that this ad could spark controversy. Maybe she didn't think it would be like quite this extensive, right? It wouldn't blow up like this. But I could certainly see her doing this advertisement, knowing how it would polarize people, and doing it anyway because, views are views, dog. like clout is clout. Okay, that's how it works.
Hey, yeah, it's a gotcha. That's how I feel. Like, maybe I'm overthinking, but I feel like it's really, that pissed me off. Okay. Calm down. What you gonna say?
I don't think that it's not that feeling I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16-hour days, and I don't really bring my phone on set. So
that's a lot, yeah.
I work and then I go home and I go to sleep. So I don't really see a lot of it.
You've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work. But the risk is that, there's a chance that somebody will get some idea about what you think about certain issues.
Fuck! Yeah, there it is! Woo! This is what she was trying to get at. Yes, that's the fucking point. The President of the United States tweeted out in support of a commercial that I'm in, so now that automatically means that I agree with every single decision he's ever made and I fully support him. That's what she wants to hear. Like, I could never do this, man. I couldn't do this. I would honestly probably walk out and spin her face. I don't know. That's why I wouldn't do this kind of shit. I'd lose my temper. Like, I know what you're doing. No, I don't give a fuck if random internet schizos think I like Trump because he tweeted about me.
I don't think that's what she's looking for. Like, I'm sorry, but we're looking at this not podcast. We're looking at this interview, and this doesn't seem like a very combative interview. Okay, like this person that's interviewing her has clearly postured herself as being like a lib or whatever. And it doesn't sound like she's trying to bait her into being pro-Trump. It sounds like she's doing the opposite. Okay? She's trying to get her to say, like, come on, just disavow Trump. Just, come on. Like, he's evil, right? Like you disavow, right? You disavow. Okay? And while that is kind of pandering, and it is kind of annoying, I don't think that she's doing it to, like, antagonize Sydney Sweeney. I think she's trying to help her, okay? Like Trump is incredibly unpopular. He is. That's a fact. And Donald Trump came out and was like, I love Sydney Sweeney. I love her advertisement. It's so hot. It's one of the hottest ads on TV right now. It's she has great genes, and it's like like she's trying to tell Sydney like hey, Trump is endorsing you, and he's radioactive right now. Like he's a stinky man, and Americans don't like him. Okay, they don't. Like I'm sorry, but he has the worst approval rating in history, in the history of this country. He has the worst approval rating for any president. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe Nixon had worse. I can't remember. It was either him or Nixon. Okay, either way, he's the runner-up. Okay, he's got to be. So, anyway, or maybe it was the Gilded Age president. It doesn't matter. Okay, who cares? Point is, he is the most unpopular president in recent history for sure. Americans really don't like him. And this interviewer is trying to help Sydney. She's like, come on, just say that you don't like Trump. Like, just say it. And Sydney is like, well, you see, I don't really want to do that. And it's like, okay, well, fine. You know, I get you don't want to do that. That's cool. Cool. Very cool,
Definitely
Sydney.
not gonna fold and apologize for something that's not even my fucking fault. I am so fucking sick of.
No, she's not. See, the interviewer isn't looking for an apology. Okay? If she were looking for an apology, she would say something like, hey, don't you feel like maybe that advertisement that you created, that you helped create, that you were like the star of, don't you think it was kind of like white supremacist and all Nazi-like? You know, that would be fishing for an apology. This is just being, you know, she's just saying like, come on, just like don't let Trump, you know, align himself with you. Don't do that. Like why, and why would you? Like this is what I don't understand about Sydney Sweeney right now, in this very moment, and maybe I'll be proven wrong later in the video, but like I don't know why she is like just so unwilling to be like, yeah, like Trump is a bad guy. He's bad. You know, it's like, dude, everybody hates him. Everybody would be willing to forgive you for any grievance they have revolving around the Nazi like advertisement, whatever. If you just disavow Trump, if you just say, you know, I don't like what Trump is doing, I don't like the deportations or the tariffs or anything like that would fix all of this. And that's why the interviewer, again, is trying to get her to say that. Like, that's it.
Political
That's it, dog.
schizos trying to pressure you to apologize for something.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Intentionally misunderstanding to justify their outrage. It is so fucking pathetic. It's just the
Yeah,
most
man.
intolerable loser mentality. Chronically online loser mentality on Twitter. Yeah, please say
Okay.
sorry. Look at her look. Yeah, this is like my face. I'd be like, you fucking nasty. You nasty woman. Nah, I would have walked out 100%. Okay. I'm down a lot. You're not in the hot seat. Let me.
And feel like I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do you worry about that?
No.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that, maybe specifically in this political climate, like, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind
I wish you could see my hands. I just. I hate this so much. I hate this. You're wrong in like 10 different ways. First of all, this implies that it's okay for any other race that isn't white to make jokes about genetic superiority, which is retarded. And second of all, it was
Yeah, well, other races don't have the history of eugenics that white Europeans do, okay? Like it or not, white people did the Holocaust, okay? White Anglo-Saxon, not just white people, okay? There are a lot of white people on the planet, okay? All around the globe, there are white people. But specifically, people of European descent, okay, Europeans, they did the Holocaust. They did the Nazi party. They did the Nazis, okay? They did that. Okay, the Nazis were all white, Anglo-European Protestants. They were. Okay, they were against Catholics. Okay, the Nazis were tolerant of Catholicism somewhat, but they didn't like Catholics. They didn't like. They especially didn't like Freemasons. They abhorred Jews and Gypsies and people that were disabled, the elderly, yada yada. Okay, so anyway, all that is to say is, yeah, white people do need to be careful when talking about genetic superiority. Because the last time that white people talked about genetic superiority and it went unchecked, the fucking Holocaust happened. So, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, genuinely, this is such a dumb take. Like, what do you even say to this? I don't know.
Commercial about genes. Like, genes, like, like, trying to infer that it was anything more than it is like, intentionally misrepresenting it for the purpose of being mad and getting upset and getting outraged over it. Like I've said this before, and we've discussed this. If they're not mad about something, they have no power. So of course they're gonna be mad about something they're pretending to not understand, because that's the only way they can be mad. This is like mental gymnastics, and then they have to try and cancel you.
I think that you don't understand. I think that you don't. Which is fair. I think most Americans don't understand this shit because, look, I'm not like an expert on the Holocaust, okay? I'm not like a Holocaust academic, but that atrocity, it intrigued me, and I looked into it. I looked at the facts, okay? And, like, this is something, what I'm trying to say is, this is a topic that I have invested a lot of time in. Okay, and that doesn't mean I know everything. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, most Americans just don't really care about this shit. Like, they don't care about it. They don't know how to spot it in their own society, in their own lives. They just don't. Okay? And that's why you get people that are like, why are they comparing MAGA to the Nazis? Why are they doing that? MAGA is nothing like the Nazis. And it's like they don't see it. They don't see the parallel. Because, like, who gives a fuck? Nobody, like, the Holocaust happened 80 fucking years ago. Most of the survivors are dead. But, like, how many survivors are there left? Like, not that many. So, like, I don't know. Like, it's only going to get worse. Because as time goes on, more and more people are going to not remember. They're going to not keep it in mind. Okay? Like, I remember when I was a kid, we had people come to my school. We had speakers come and speak about their experience surviving the Holocaust. Okay, that they were old enough when the Holocaust happened to remember it. Okay, and they were, don't get me wrong, they were old as dirt, okay, and they were children when it happened to them. But, like, kids today, they won't get that experience. And that scares me. That scares me because people are already, like, they already have the blinders on. They already don't see the parallels between our current American political climate and the political climate of 1930s Germany. And it's there, okay? The parallels are like, they're real. Like, I don't know what else to tell people. They're like, oh, nah, that's never gonna happen again. We're not like the Nazis, nah. And it's like, you don't see it. You really don't see it. Like, it blows my fucking mind, dog. Like, I don't understand how you can look at this advertisement and be like, oh yeah, there is no Nazi shit here. People are intentionally misunderstanding this. Like, are you fucking serious, man? Like, you got a blonde hair, blue eyes, white girl on TV talking about her superior genetics. Like, Like, dude, oh no, she was just saying she's hot. She was just saying that she knows how hot she is. Dude, I just, oh my god, I don't know what to tell people about this. Like, it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Just like critically analyze it. You should, like, media literacy should be a mandatory a part of the like K through 12 curriculum in America. Media literacy should be a class that people have to take. People should learn to critically analyze these things, okay? But the problem with that is society would crumble, okay? Like, if people learn to analyze media, if people gain media literacy, then like what comes next will be class consciousness and then revolution, and we can't have that. So like, it's kind of like statistics, okay? For anybody watching, you may have heard Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about the reason why statistics aren't a part of the American curriculum, but it is in every other developed nation. And his conspiracy, okay, his theory for why this is, which I think is correct, is because of gambling, okay? But not just because of gambling, also because of politics, also because of the statistical analysis of political issues. Statistics are often manipulated. Or I should say, they are not the statistic itself, but statistics are used manipulatively. Like, to devoid of context, any statistic, you could probably twist it to serve your narrative if you want. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so if you teach people how to analyze statistics, then you're gonna that shit ain't gonna work as good anymore. Okay, but also because of gambling. Okay, Americans love to gamble, but I think and this is what Neil deGrasse Tyson said about it. Okay, he didn't say any of the politics shit. Okay, but like, the reason that we don't teach people about statistics is because then they wouldn't gamble anymore. They wouldn't participate in the lottery. They wouldn't go to the casino, and he's right. Okay, they wouldn't. They wouldn't, not as much anyway. Like a lot of people, I think they gamble because they think they'll get lucky, and they don't have the actual numbers in mind. Okay, so like, you think that oh, like, I have a 1% chance of winning. Well, no, it's actually more like 0.00005%. Okay, like that, like, that's the actual chances of you winning the lottery. Okay, it's like 1 in 200 million or some shit. It's like insanely unlikely. Okay, so if people knew this, many of them probably wouldn't participate. Okay, probably wouldn't participate in the lottery. Okay, it's just too unlikely. Anyway, let's keep going.
But this is another thing. If she apologized, what they would do is, like, not only not accept the apology. I've seen this so many times. They would take that apology as evidence that she's admitting that they were right the whole time. Oh, you said sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what she says. I think that a reasonable apology for this scenario would be like, I'm sorry, I didn't think about the message that this advertisement could be pushing. Okay, like the Nazi message of white supremacy. I didn't think about that. That would be I think that would be a reasonable and probably like widely accepted apology. But she's not doing that. So I don't really know why we're talking about it. Like, she's just doubled down on it, like, already. Okay, and maybe she'll go even further. I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry? So that means you were being a racist white supremacist. So, like, see, we knew it the whole time. It's literally a trap. This should be like the first thing you learn as any kind of public figure, influencer, content creator, streamer, like, whatever. Do not let these fucking retards bully you. Because at the end of the day, if you strip everything away, they're just retards. They're just low IQ. They're stupid. They get even more annoying when you apologize. Yeah, I've seen it so many times where there's people who ignore and don't say anything. And sure, yeah, they get backlash, they get harassed, but ultimately, nothing really happens. But if you apologize, then it's over.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I sort of agree with her here. Like, sometimes it is best to just let things blow over, especially when you really are guilty. Okay, when you really are guilty. Like, let's be real. People, they move on from stuff pretty quickly. And while there will always be people there to remind you that you participated in the creation of this advertisement, time heals all wounds. But then why would you do a fucking podcast about it? Or why would you do an interview? Sorry, I keep calling it a podcast. Why would you do an interview where you're like talking about this when like what I'm saying is Sydney Sweeney's not going to apologize. She doesn't think she's wrong. She doesn't think she did anything wrong. It's true. Okay, that's it. So it's just kind of worthless to talk about. But anyway, I think if she did apologize, I think a lot of people would accept it. But a vocal minority would keep hounding her about it, because of course they would. But that doesn't mean that she shouldn't do it. That's it.
10% of the time. Okay, we're almost done. It's got 15 seconds. Okay. Let's hear it out.
Kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
This is the most like polite I'm not apologizing I've ever seen. Like, good for her, based honestly. Like, fuck the retards trying to gaslight you into thinking you're racist for your American Eagle ad. Do not let them control you. Do not let them bully you. They're retards on the internet and nothing more. It gives them zero power. Don't give them that power that they think they have. So cringe, man. You filming a jeans commercial? Don't you know there's a genocide going on? Yeah. It's like, oh well, there's this going on over here. You're privileged.
That's not what anyone said.
Like, oh my god.
No, nobody's saying that though. Like, oh, you fit. Like, the problem isn't that she filmed an advertisement while world events be happening. They were saying that the advertisement was fucking white supremacist in nature. Okay, like that's the issue at hand. Okay, you're straw manning. Okay, nobody said that. Nobody's fucking saying that. They're just saying that the advertisement was white supremacist, and I agree with that. I just so happen to agree with it. It is it was a pretty like Nazi coded advertisement. I don't understand what these people want us to say. Like, you want us to just like be like, oh yeah, this is fine. Like, saying your white genes are superior is fine. Like, like why? why do you think we would do that? I don't understand.
Talk to journalists because you have to. It's your job. Like, maybe it's under contract. You don't know. Anyway, it sucks. There's another clip. What is this? Sydney Sweeney refuses to disavow joking about white people's genetic superiority, quote, in relation to Sweeney's great genes ad. Look at how they word this too. Chat, just think about it.
Yeah.
They're posting it so matter-of-factly that she is actually a racist. It's so cringe. Like, this tactic doesn't work anymore. This cancel culture bullshit was over like 4 to 5 years ago. People recognize this language and this rhetoric a mile away at this point because they've seen it so many times. All it does is give the person more support. It's so fucking pathetic. You slimy fucking journalist. I hope you lose your fucking job. You don't hate your
AF. What is AF post? What is that?
Journalists enough yet? No, you do not. They think we're stupid? Yes, they treat you like retards because they think you're...
Interesting. What? Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, this is see, I saw the AF and I thought, that can't be. And then I was like, oh, oh. This is, so, for those of you that don't know, this, I believe, this stands for America First Post. Okay? And now, America First is if you didn't know, this is the Nick Fuentes thing. Okay? Nick Fuentes started America First, and it's like I think it's like a counter movement to Turning Point USA. Okay? So, anyway, let me just go back to this. What's going God damn it, I'm all over the place. Okay. What's going on here is she thinks that this is a leftist or a liberal saying Sydney Sweeney refuses to disavow joking about white people's genetic superiority in relation to Sweeney's great genes ad. Okay. What's actually going on is this is a right-wing outlet. This is America First Post. Okay, this is an extreme right-wing outlet. Okay, like I'm not. It's not an exaggeration to call this extreme right-wing. Okay, it's just not. Okay, like I said, this is Nick Fuentes affiliated. Okay, Nick Fuentes, famous neo-Nazi white supremacist. Okay, anyway, so she thinks that this is coming from a liberal when actually it's coming from a right-wing person. And with that in mind, this headline, conveys a much different message. Okay? They're not saying, oh, look at how awful Sydney Sweeney is. She won't disavow white supremacy. They're saying, look how awesome this is. Sydney Sweeney isn't disavowing white supremacy. Because white supremacy is awesome, and we love it, okay? We love it here on AF Post. Like this is what I mean when I say Americans have no media literacy. They do not. And I'm not saying that Alana is an American, but this is like classic America, okay? This is what Americans do. Now, I think she is American. I know she speaks Russian. Allegedly, she's, said she speaks Russian. So maybe she's from Russia or whatever. I don't know. But either way, she just totally, that just went over her head, like whoosh. Like, think about that. She saw this. She saw AF Post. When I saw AF Post, I was like, maybe that's maybe that's just an unfortunate name. Maybe they don't know about America First, but yeah, no, this is an America First thing. This is that's what this media outlet is. If I had to guess, Nick Fuentes might even be directly associated or behind this media organization. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't know. Time will tell.
You're retards,
Let's
but you're
keep
not.
going.
You're smart. Your words have no power here! Why don't the people just get after the director who thought of this idea of the ad? Because they want to attack a person and she's the person at the front. Stupid people have no nuance, and what happens is if something they deem is unacceptable, it's not anything behind the scenes. It's always the person at the front, and she was the scapegoat, so to speak. Midwood in action at their natural habitats? Yes, I don't know. It's just so gross to me. Why is this still so fucking good? Mike, you disgust me. She was really trying to hold it together, man. That's crazy. What is this? Jesus Christ. Oh my god! This is from the movie Inglourious Bastards. Oh my god, I saw that I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago again.
You are sheltering enemies from the state under your floorboards, are you not?
Jesus Christ. Turbo Quirk Chungus is so rattled. Yeah, it's very millennial. Very millennially. We got the lady version of this meme now. No, you have to disavow it. You have to talk about politics. Whee!
Playing with your doll jacks again, Alana.
I want to give you an opportunity to apologize and beg for forgiveness. I'm good, thanks. This, honestly, like, her face is so peak. Oh, it's so good, man.
They will always do this, yo. They will really be like, she was so, this interviewer was being so nice. Like, she was being so charitable, unironically. Because, if you imagine you were the person conducting this interview, if you wanted to be as combative as possible, like, try to force an apology, okay, like you want to make Sydney Sweeney feel bad, you want to, like, finger wag her, you would point out how the ad was all Nazi-like, okay? That's what you would do. That's what you would say. You'd be like, yeah, don't you think that advertisement seemed kind of like all Nazi-like, don't you think? And so that's what you would do. But that's not what she did. That's not what the interviewer did. She was, like, in my opinion, she was super nice. She was like, hey, Trump endorsed you, and that's kind of a bad look because a lot of people don't like Trump. So do you have anything to say about that? And Sydney Sweeney just, like, had, resting bitch face the whole time. She was just like, really? Like, I cannot believe that you would even ask me that. I cannot believe it. I am apolitical. This is not political. How dare you? How dare
One
you?
of my mods just messaged me and said, careful, I think there's her booba dress is in the fucking picture. Yeah, never mind, I won't scroll too far. Yeah, there's a picture with her honkers in the dress. I know what you're talking about. I saw that on Twitter the other day. I think it would be blurred, but still, I don't want to risk it. Prove it. I don't want to get banned! Yes, the silver dress where her, like, honkers are, like, pretty much on display. Anyway, I love that picture for no specific reason. It's my other mod base. Oh, man. Yeah, there's some cool retweets of these fucking absolute parasites. Normalize telling reporters to fuck off. I mean, I get it. I think she just wants to be an actress. She can't pop off like I can and tell people to fuck off. Yeah, I get it. I think she handled it really nicely. I would have lost my fucking shit. If I was in her position, I would have just fucking popped off. Honestly, though, how can you see someone extremely hot referred to as having green jeans and assume it's because she's white and not because she's extremely hot? She is really hot. How weirdly obsessed with race do you have to be to think that? Very, very obsessed.
No, you don't. It literally, dude, her hotness is not really an equation in any of this, okay? It doesn't fucking matter. If she were hot, if she were not hot, saying you have superior genes as a white person, especially a white person with blonde hair and blue eyes, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's like, it shouldn't be normal. It shouldn't. That's why people are upset about it. That's it. Okay, so you can, like, bitch about it all you want. Like, oh my god, the libs, they're so annoying, they're so mean, oh, I hate them. Like, dude, it's just, this is it. This is reality. That's what she did. Like, it's so mind-numbing to, like, listen to these fucking people try to do the mental gymnastics. It's crazy. Anyway.
She is really hot. Have you seen her honkers? They're great. She has great assets. Yeah, that's racist. You can't say that. You can't say that. Oh, what this? How to emotionally manipulate. Form subjective interpretation of a jeans ad as white supremacist propaganda. Number 2. Present subjective interpretation as objective fact. Smart. Signal your virtue by giving the other person a chance to repent. How to defeat the manipulation. Number 1. No. He's right. Just Giga Chat stand, pop your cooldowns, pop shield wall, and just say no. No, I'm not racist. No, I don't have to answer that. This is the exact opposite of what Cutie Cinderella did. Yeah. Pop shield wall. Pop in your ultimate. Yeah, pop your ulti. Tyson's base too. I seen him on Twitter, yeah. Ulting on the journalists! Well, ulting I think would be me popping off, but yeah. Good, but solves nothing. What do you mean solves nothing? That's fucking retarded. It solves everything. You don't have to give these fucking retards the time of day. You don't have to give them the time of day to say, no, I'm not fucking racist, because that's what they fucking want. You just say no. I know, I don't have to talk to you about that shit. I wish I could see what they said. Do you think they should cancel just walked away? No, they probably just got up and left. I'm sure. Also, this is quote-unquote a journalist and a fucking actor. Or model, whatever. The guy had soon. Okay, I'll just snooze them and probably run them. I hope this tactic no is not patched in the future. No, I think it'll be around for a while. Yeah. Yeah. These people are fucking stupid. Just because someone says something retarded doesn't mean, okay, you can placate them in their delusion, you can just say no and not roll around in the mud. Yes, and on top of that, she's just an actress. She doesn't have to give people this time of the day and be like, yes, I have an opinion on everything. No, you fucking don't.
She's just an actress. She's just an actress. So she's an actress, so that means that nothing she ever does is political or politically slanted, or and also she never has to answer for any of the consequences of her content that she creates. Okay. All right, gotcha, man.
You have to have an opinion on everything, because you want to know what happens? You have to have
She's just
an
an
opinion on every
actress.
single fucking thing. Oh, you didn't talk about this war or that war. That means that you don't like you actually support the bad guys in this war. Oh no, you didn't say anything. That means you are a bad person. You're moving the goalposts, and then the
nobody's saying that. Nobody is asking her about. But nobody is like reasonably asking her, okay, about conflicts in the Middle East or in Eastern Europe. Okay, they are just asking about the advertisement that she made, and that's it.
purity test becomes so fucking immense and large that you can't keep track of it, and you will probably blow up. You can't deal with these people. The purity test will be endless. Yeah, silence is violence kind of shit. Yep, exactly. Type shit.
You know, I don't think that everybody has to say everything, okay? Like, you're gonna, if you commentate, like, even if you're a political commentator, like I am, you're gonna be silent about some stuff, okay? Nobody can know everything. You know, that's obvious. But anyway, being silent about particular issues can be damning if you're in this field. And anyway, obviously, Sydney Sweeney isn't a political commentator, so, like, what the fuck are you going on about, J-Star? Well, that's the thing. I think that if you make an ad like that, and it has people going kind of gaga over it, okay, people kind of, like, are calling it out, and, like, they want a response from you, you do somewhat have a responsibility to say, like, oh yeah, that's not what I meant. I can see how some people might have interpreted it that way, but, you know, I am not a white supremacist. I do not endorse white supremacy, blah, blah, blah. You know, I think that is a reasonable ask to make of a person that, that does that. And that's it. Anyway, I've been streaming for a damn 3.5 hours. Holy crap. So, I'm going to pause the stream for a few minutes, and when we come back, I'll do some gaming, okay? It's gamer time.